Hi,
Hi,
Archana.
Nusrat.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you, Archana?
Lovely, lovely. I'm all well. Lovely to meet you. And of course, if not in person, the best that we can do is meet, online. And
Exactly,
so
online.
hopefully that we can.
Yeah, good to see you after so
Yeah,
long, Archana. That's really nice.
I know.
And by the way, welcome to my podcast. And I hope
Yeah,
you're doing well and you will also enjoy the podcast. I'm very sure
of
about
course,
it.
of course.
So,
Yeah,
Archana, I'll take a moment to introduce the concept to my viewers first. Okay.
sure.
So, guys, basically, I've started a series of podcasts in which I'm going to invite people from the industry and from different backgrounds so that you get an insight about the professional life and their struggles, their challenges, their successes, and everything else whatever they can share with us, so that it's easier for us also to understand how we can make our careers, what careers we can choose, what are the options, how to be successful in life, and it will be easier for us to understand different careers and different career options as well. So that is what my idea is to start this podcast. And so today I have Archana. She's a life coach and a career coach. And I won't speak much about it. I want Archana to speak about what she does. So, Archana, why don't you introduce yourself to
Sure.
us?
Sure. Firstly, thank you for giving me this opportunity and calling me on this platform. It is lovely to share a Saturday morning, mid morning, of course, with you.
Exactly.
So, as you rightly introduced, I am definitely a life coach and a career coach. I help working women, especially working women,
Mm.
to address their career concerns. So, I am a life and a career coach. However, my niche has always been into career. And apart from that, I'm also an HR professional. I have around 15 years of experience into HR. And I'm right now associated with an NBFC in Mumbai. So I'm based out of Mumbai. And I started around this life coaching and all of that couple of years back when there was a situation which I was into. Of course, we can talk about that sooner,
Yeah,
as we
yeah,
go.
of course,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course. Okay, great, Archana. So we really wanted to have somebody who can, guide us through our careers and everything, because as students we have also been at that stage, right? So we also looked up for to somebody to guide us, but that was a little different environment we were into. But now things are so small, the world has become so small that everything is there on YouTube or other platforms, so that we can access it and we can of course try to understand what how we can go about it. So my next question to you, Archana, is we wanted to know that what do you do as a life coach or a career coach? What is that which you do?
Sure. So, what happens is most of the times people are not knowing what they want to do. Okay. Or
Exactly.
a couple of times I would say people know what they want to do, but they don't know how to get in there. So, if we
Exactly.
talk about, let's say, career situation, so somebody like wants to build up business or wants to build that confidence or have that visibility, or you are not feeling heard in your offices, or let's say you are stuck in your career, or you do not know how to have that promotion ladder in your office, or let's say how do you want to sort of get used to your daily morning routine, which is the core of your day. Okay, how do you sort of improve your core morning, or how do you sort of build that rapport or connect with your company people, because you might have a tough boss, you might have toxic people around. So how do you
Exactly.
sort of come out of that and be out of that stuck situation? So I help professionals, working professionals, or even working women who are who were working and they want to come back to the career, or they want to resume to office after their, let's say, maternity break or something like that. And how
Yes.
does one come out of these stuck situations? How does one build confidence? How does one climb that corporate ladder, and so on and so forth? In fact, all my clients who have been into my life coaching program, they have had multiple breakthroughs. Okay, they have had multiple miracles in their life, and that's where I get this confidence, that yes, miracles do happen and breakthroughs do happen if you work on yourself. I feel the entire the entire work is on your energy. Okay. And when I say energy, it's not the physical energy, it's the divine energy that we believe in. It's the spiritual energy that we believe in. You
Yeah.
might believe in some God, you might believe in some guru, you might believe in anything. Universe is what I believe in, and universe is your higher power. It's you only, it's your higher power. So
Yes.
that's what I tell my clients, that you just surrender to the process, come with a clear, mindset, and that's how you will be able to achieve things. So by far, all my clients who have worked with me, who have coached, they have either got promotion or double digit hike. They have improved their communication. They have improved their confidence skills. They have bettered their toxic work partners by not working on them, but working on ourselves, on themselves. Okay. So that has been the miracle and, shift that they have gone after the programs that they have worked with. Yeah.
Interesting, Archana. It's really, it's very difficult to find somebody who does all these things, right? We all think about getting mentored or coached, but we don't have, we don't know actually whom to approach. But I think, on this platform, we have introduced you so that people will also get to know about all these things and they know how to get out of it, whom to approach as well. So, Archana, my next thing is I want to know how it is beneficial. Like, how do you look at it? Right. If I am stuck in my career, for example, like I don't know where to go, what to do next. So if I approach you, how do you look at it? What are the benefits which I'll gain at the end of the day so that I can become successful? So
Sure. So, as I said, all these areas that I work on, my forte has been always into career, but I am also into passion discovery and life purpose discovery. Okay. What
yeah.
I believe is from 9 to 5 is what we do is for company's vision and company's passion. Okay. And in return, we get money and we are getting our salaries, right?
Yeah.
But what is happening from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. is actually your passion. And that is where I believe that your happiness, your success, and your satisfaction lies. So
Yeah.
there's a happiness test which I am into. So I derive your happiness score and I make you help that what actually is your passion. And in today's world, we can't really talk passion without a monetizable option. So I
Yeah.
help you design your monetizable passion. What is your life purpose? Why do you exist in this world? So I am firstly, of the personal opinion that if you are doing what your passion is, then you are, I'm sure, completely happy and completely successful, and you are not cribbing about your life, or
Yeah.
you are not wanting to go for a vacation on and off, that which most of the people. So
Yeah.
that is where your internal drive, your motive comes up, while, the first thing that you want to get up and do. Why do you want to wake up? Why do you want to hit the gym? Why do you want to go
Yes.
for a walk and all of that? So that
So
internal drive, that is important. Secondly, as I mentioned, that it's a mix of life coaching tools, it's a mix of manifestation, and it's a mix of healing, is what I generally follow with all my clients, depending upon who is coming up with what.
yeah.
Secondly, I work on mainly on three factors. One is mindset, second is emotional transformation, and third is energy. So all this come together is what life coaching or what life career coaching is. Additionally, I do have the what do I say, additional point of being an HR. So those building up those career
Yeah.
strategies do help me.
Yeah.
So I like both my profession. So
Yeah.
that's why I said I'm passionately a life coach and professionally an HR. But of
Yeah.
course, both go hand in hand, and it
Yes, it
helps
goes
me
hand in
create
hand.
that
It has a
magic.
relation, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
helps me create that magic in my life. It has created, and that's why I want to, build in with my clients and whoever my mentees are. So my mission actually is to reach out to 1 lakh of women across the globe. I have not yet reached to, and help them come out of their career concerns, career
Yeah.
issues, or whatever they are facing in their lives. I want to.
Yes, very soon you'll do that, because so it's a very good idea, and I really appreciate your efforts, and of course you'll be successful in this as well, as you are successful in HR. So, Archana, the other thing is, like, since you said that you are an HR, you have been into HR and you have been working there. So, how did this idea strike you to start something of your own and to get into, life coaching or career coaching? So, how did you get this idea?
So a couple of years back, I was in a situation where I was unemployed for around 3 months.
Mhm.
So I was not working. There were a lot of health issues that I invited. There were a lot of negative issues that I was dealing with. And that's where, as a last resort, I decided to approach a coach. She is also a life coach called Mamta. And she helped me actually come out of it. She said, okay, we will come out of it. We will manifest a job. And trust me, I just surrendered to the coach. I just surrendered to the universe. I said, ये मेरा last resort है. Okay, I now
Yeah.
need to get out of this and I need a job. I need to earn money because I had lost all my identity. I had lost all my confidence. I was not earning money. So I was like, what the hell am I doing in this world?
Yeah. Yeah.
And with this approach, I approached the coach, and within 1 month, I manifested the job, which was actually written in my journal. I manifested the same designation, the same salary, the same location, the kind of boss, kind of culture, kind of opportunities. And trust me, I'm still in that job right now from 2.5, three
Wow.
years I will be completing. And it
Wow.
has been a good journey. I have undergone 2 appraisal cycles with good bonus, with double digit hike and all of that. So trust me, I raised my energy. As I
Yeah.
said, I work on energy.
Hmm.
So energy helped me. And the other goal, there were many goals that got manifested slowly, gradually. There were other goals, like I wanted to publish 2 books, out of which I published already 1 book during that coaching itself. So 3 years back, it's there on Amazon. And likewise, I wanted to travel to multiple places. That also got manifested. So that's how
Wow.
I became a magical believer, from a
Exactly.
logical
It's
person to a
magic,
magical
actually.
believer. And I
Yeah.
said, if this is working out for me, I'm sure this is going to work out for others. And
Everyone.
I'm going to create, breakthroughs. And the moment my client sends me a text, okay, Archana, I got a promotion, or my manager appreciated me, or, I spoke very well during the meetings. There was no fear. I have come out of the fear. That is when I get goosebumps. And that is when I feel, okay, now my life purpose is, met. Okay. I am doing
Sorted.
what I'm
Yeah.
supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Happy.
So,
Yeah.
of course, HR profession is also a very good profession. You've
Yes.
worked
Of
in it.
course,
So,
I have been into
um,
it. Yeah.
yes. So,
Uh,
but of course, HR helps us to build more career strategies,
yeah.
from how to
Yeah.
get job, how to pass on, how to connect with that interviewer, or,
Mhm.
networking and all of that. That helps. That is also a must skill.
Yeah.
But my forte has been into promotion, as to
Yeah.
I help
To take
working
it
women,
into to the next
yeah,
step,
to
basically.
the
Yeah.
next level, or be
Mhm.
promotion ready within 3 months, and that
Yeah.
too without any additional skills or additional certifications. You
Mhm.
just work on your mindset, your emotional transformation, and energies. That's what
Energy.
I do within 3 months of my program. Yeah.
It's absolutely magic,
Yes.
Archana. Really. I'm also getting
Yeah. Even
goosebumps
I
here.
got goosebumps right now. Yes, because
Yeah.
I know 3 months of unemployment was really, really a bad
Yeah,
phase.
I
And
understand completely.
particularly for a person who has given so much importance to the career and
Yeah.
never have been at sitting at home. So it
Yeah.
becomes a lot of,
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah. Of
fell
course.
through, I believe. And right now also, I give the same example to whoever I come across. You
Yeah.
believe in yourself,
Yeah.
you have that self love, and,
Mm.
do that investment right now, which is your loving yourself, or giving that yourself the time that you
The
want,
time.
and be the best version. Yeah,
Yeah.
be the best version that you would want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Archana, one thing you have repeatedly used is a manifestation, and I've heard a lot about manifestation, right? So I think,
Sure.
we don't have much time, but still I want you
Sure.
to a little elaborate a little bit on manifestation thing. What is it
Sure.
about?
So, right. So manifestation is not only visualizing, okay, or it's not only journaling. Okay, let's say I want 10 crore rupees. Okay, it is not that you would write it and it will have it. You have to take action. That's for sure. Okay, visualizing is another aspect. Writing down is one aspect. Visualizing is one aspect. But you need to be that thing. You need to be that person. You need to act, behave, and speak like that person that you've already received 10 CR. 10 CR is just an example. I would
Yeah.
say, let's say you want a partner, you want a car, you want a job,
Mm.
you want to build a business. Could be anything. The goal could be you want good health.
Yeah.
Okay. But just by writing it, just by visualization is not going to happen. You need to
Yes.
take actions, and those has to be inspired action. So
Mm.
that is all about manifestation. For example, it is always said that universe is abundant. Okay. And 10 crores, let's say it's a small dot here in the universe. But
Yeah.
that 10 crores is vibrating in this frequency, and our frequency, our energy is here. So if you
Okay.
want to achieve this, because it is
Yeah.
already here, It
Yeah.
is there. You just have to ask it. You have to raise your energy, you have to raise
Energy.
your frequency
Yeah.
to meet to the 10th year. Now, this 10th year can be your business, your health, your
Mm.
life partner, your car, your
Ah.
promotion, any sort of goal that you want. So,
Oh.
raising this frequency, and it doesn't come within a day or so. It needs
Yeah.
some practice. It
Yeah.
needs to, sort of do some meditation, do some visualization, keep your mind little calmer, have that meditation technique. So box breathing is something that I generally send across. So, I mean, generally put it as an advice to everybody that please do box breathing. It's a simple form of deep breathing exercise. I'm sure you will get it on YouTube. We can also put across that link. So
Yeah.
it's a deep breathing exercise. You just have to breathe it in a square. So
Okay.
that helps you calm your mind, come out of that depression, come out of that anxiety.
Oh.
And the first thing that you need to do when you start your day, okay,
Okay.
that will give you inspired actions that will, suddenly you will say, okay, how did I get this idea from? Where is this
Definitely.
coming from? And that will help you, manifest your goals faster.
Oh, that's a
Yes.
great idea. Yes, I really
Yes.
liked it. So we'll do more
Yeah.
research on box breathing, but yes. So
Sure.
coming to my next thing, like, now it's already time, so I want to conclude this podcast. And
Sure.
so my last thing is I want to know something from you, like if you can give some advice to my audience on career and life.
Sure. So I would only suggest that don't wait for the perfect time to come. Okay. Just start where you are right now. If you keep waiting for that perfectionism or no, that
Never come.
perfect time, nothing is going to come.
Yeah.
Just start where you want. So start with small steps and, investing in yourself. That is giving your time to yourself, giving that love to yourself,
Yeah.
and of course, gratitude. For me, gratitude is utmost important. So whatever you appreciate, it will appreciate more. If you
Yeah.
appreciate money more, money will appreciate. If you appreciate kindness more, kindness will come back to you. So that is my only mantra if you ask me on this Saturday. So first is
Okay.
invest in yourself with
Mhm.
respect to time and love and
Yeah.
gratitude to whatever you have and whatever you don't have. Only
Yeah.
when you appreciate what you have, more is going to come. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it from my side.
Wonderful, Archana. I really want to keep on talking to you, but of course, we have time limitations. And the other thing is, on
Yeah,
a Saturday, I have knocked you for this podcast. I'm really sorry for that because, Saturday,
no
Sundays, we all
problem.
look forward to, take some
Yeah.
rest and
Yeah.
rejuvenate ourselves for
And
again
sessions, yeah.
Monday.
I do
Yeah.
have sessions, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it was excellent talking to you, Archana. It was really a kind of session which was very enlightening, and I appreciate for all your efforts and hard work. And I'm sure you'll be very successful in life, more and more successful in life. I'm going to give your link as well in the description. So, well, Archana, that was nice talking to you, and I hope we'll meet soon so that we can exchange more on this topic and we can
Sure.
have more discussions on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It was a pleasure meeting you, pleasure meeting your audience as well.
Yeah.
And wonderful, Saturday morning to be spent on, I'm very sure. I'm also sure that you will do well. And your podcast, I'm sure you will keep getting more and more people to, have that inspiration, get that inspiration.
Yes.
And more power to you. Keep doing whatever you're doing.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Thank you, Archana. Bye bye. Take
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye bye.